Have you ever sat across the dinner table, watching the person you've loved for decades, and suddenly felt a chill run down your spine? You're looking at them, and you want to ask, if I'm the one who goes first, what is your plan for being alone? Or even harder, what happens to me if you leave tomorrow? Most of us don't ask. We treat that question like an uninvited guest we hope will just walk past our house. I married my wife when I was 25. For 45 years, she was my compass. Like most of you, I never asked the question. I thought asking it would somehow invite the darkness in. But then, 5 years ago, the silence arrived anyway. And I realized that because we never talked about the survival plan, I wasn't just grieving, I was drowning in a world I didn't recognize. Tonight, we're going to be brave enough to look at the elephant in the room. I'm going to share 5 things you should never do when that chair across from you goes empty, mistakes I made because I was flying blind in the dark. I spent 45 years as a husband. When my wife passed away 5 years ago, I didn't just lose my partner, I lost my routine, my identity, and my mind for a while. At 75, I've had 5 years to look back and see exactly where I tripped up. I made some big mistakes, and I saw a lot of other men in my shoes make the same ones. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Here are 5 things you should never do. The first mistake is isolating yourself and cutting off the people who care about you. After the funeral, I just wanted to be left alone. I stopped answering the phone. I didn't open the door when my neighbors knocked. I thought I was being strong by handling it by myself. But let me tell you, that is a trap. Isolation doesn't help you heal. It just makes the walls of your house feel like a prison. You don't have to go out and party, but you need to answer that phone. Let your kids come over. Let a friend sit on the porch with you for 15 minutes. You need human connection to keep your head above water. Don't shut the world out. The second mistake is making big life decisions too fast. 6 months after she died, I was ready to sell the house. I wanted to pack my bags and move to a different state just to get away from the memories. I've seen guys sell their homes, quit their hobbies, or even get remarried within months of losing their wives. That is almost always a disaster. You are in an emotional fog right now, and you aren't thinking straight. My rule is simple: wait 1 year. Don't sell the house, don't move, and don't give away her things until at least 12 months have passed. Give your brain a chance to clear before you change your whole life. The third mistake is neglecting your physical health. I stopped cooking real meals. I lived on coffee and whatever was easy to grab. I stopped going for my morning walks. I figured, who am I staying healthy for? But here's the truth: your health is the foundation of your recovery. If your body breaks down, your mind will follow. You need to eat real food, take your pills, and keep your doctor appointments. Your spouse wouldn't want you to follow them into the grave out of neglect. Staying healthy is how you show respect for the 45 years you spent together. Don't let yourself go. The fourth mistake is pretending you are okay when you are actually falling apart. I tried to be the tough guy for my kids and grandkids. I'd tell everyone, I'm doing just fine, and then I'd go into the bedroom and break down. Trying to be a hero is exhausting, and it's dishonest. When you hide your pain, You're just building a dam that's eventually going to burst. It's okay to tell people you're having a hard day. It's okay to cry when you see something that reminds you of her. Tears aren't a sign of weakness, they are a sign of the love you had. Stop lying to yourself and others. Being honest about your pain is the only way to get through it. The fifth mistake is believing that your life is over just because hers is. This is the biggest one. At 75, it's easy to feel like you're just waiting for your turn. You think the good parts of your life are all in the past. But that is a lie. You are still here for a reason. You still have wisdom to share, grandkids to teach, and a life that deserves to be lived. You aren't just a widower, you are a man with 45 years of experience and a legacy to protect. Don't act like the story is finished. You still have chapters left to write, and they can still be meaningful if you choose to show up for them. I know that talking about these things doesn't make the house feel any less empty tonight. I know that knowing what not to do doesn't automatically tell you what to do. But there's a piece of wisdom I've held on to for these last 5 years, and I want to leave it with you. There was an old philosopher who said we never truly lose anything in this life, we only return it. When my wife passed, I realized that I didn't lose her. I returned her to the universe after 45 years of the most beautiful loan a man could ever ask for. Those years weren't a right I was born with. They were a gift I was lucky enough to receive. If you're hurting right now, it's because you had something worth hurting for. That is a victory, not a tragedy. Your job now is to be the living proof of the love the two of you shared. Every time you smile at a neighbor, every time you help a grandchild, every time you choose to get out of bed and face the day, you are saying thank you for those 45 years. You aren't just a man waiting for his time to be up. You are the keeper of a flame. So, tonight, do me a favor. Eat a real meal. Answer that one phone call you've been avoiding. And remember, the silence in your house isn't an enemy, it's just the space where your new strength is growing. You're doing better than you think you are. You've made it through 100% of your hardest days, and you're going to make it through tomorrow too. I'll be right here on the porch if you need to talk. Stay brave. I'll see you in the next one.